Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing the one episode thing this time because we have what's it called? We have the cutscenes in here, which add another like 2.5 to 3 minutes apiece. So I care not at all. Freaking Hyper might just save that's behind there. Never understood what the intercom is saying repetitively while you're in that room. It's not like it says clear all assets, but that doesn't really make any sense. What assets? It's an asylum, not a power plant. That was in the last level, or downtown at least, not the last level. That was the stadium, was technically the last. I thought they have the electric chair show up there, even though I'm pretty sure that's been illegal for many, many years. I'm pretty sure it was illegal in 2001 when this came out. Well. Well. Fudge me, I guess I'll just die for that. Well, it sure is a good thing Hype only knows how to do one thing, and that's a little shockwave, otherwise I'd definitely be dead now. Yes, Cuphead, do that. Make it easier for my stuff to hit you. That doesn't even do anything, that didn't even do any damage to me. Neither one did. Don't you love when your special just doesn't work? I can blow this up. That's somewhere else I'm thinking of where you can stop with the knockups. That is a lot of damage. Also, those cables are definitely not a collidable object. But yeah, it's these braids. Blow up. Put a few bullets into this door, and here is where manslaughter would be. Why there's a dump truck on this huge-ass prison ship, I have no idea, but it would be here. You can blow up the other ones, too. No. Blow that up, and it just doesn't fall. I figured the ice cream truck head would be become like a not like an opaque object if I zoom the camera out, but this is not the case. Bye, Governor. I was gonna say you really can't avoid those. Nope. So I think the head is actually looking at who it would aim towards. Right now it's kind of staring down Autumn. Mikato's enjoying the machine guns. Boom! That was a very effective shield right there. That took both Hypermite's shockwave and his power missile. I don't know why I thought I would make that jump. I had, like, no momentum. He's will never hit. Yeah, as soon as I pressed the fire button, I was like, oh, he's moving left. That's never gonna hit him. How about why don't you do that to yourself? As Burn kills him rather than me. Independent Spectre who don't need no programming. Give me some space! You should be more than familiar with space. Okay, Burner's just playing keep away right now. He like knows I have more than red health, and he just doesn't want any part of it. And he was smart in this mindset, but it doesn't mean he isn't annoying. There's another, it's just coming in with the actually unique lines. Seem to be having a problem there. I don't know why that would hit. Ever. Ah! He almost drove directly into that gas can. I would have laughed my behind off. I just said gas can. Ricochet. Dumbass. That's not loading from over here? Good lord. I always screw that up. Pretty sure. I've gotten that right one time without killing myself. Me and Sparky just tag teamed that. Oh! traction. God damn it! There we go. I'm not really sure all my energy was worth the gas cannon and homing missile. I mean, it killed her, so... I just destroyed so fast with lightning. Or someone. I don't know, it wasn't so fast. The thing just did it. Can we seriously not climb this hill right now, Sweet Tooth? Thank you. Nope. Nope. Ow. Ow. Boing. Yeah, monster truck. Women screaming intensifies. Yes! Freedom if I live or if I die! Yeah, generally, unless you're a superhero, being feared is kind of a thing you want. Tried to drive away, but it did not work. Oh, because I hit the stupid vents, didn't get the bonus. Quit blocking! Block the wrong damage, buddy. That's awfully bold of you there, Burn. Bye, Burn. Get to those of this! Well, that didn't work. Get to those of this! Okay, that didn't work. To the other station. Ow! Go around the corner. Thank you. job, Gearhead. It's actually an area that I've never even showed off. How would you even see buildings up here? How would you even see these billboards and such? Unfortunately, the AI also know how to get here, so we'll get no respite in this game. I don't know why I struggled. There's like minimal, if any, risk of flying off there. I just like the idea that the people of the city give so little cares, give so few cares about these skyscrapers that there's a giant plane crash on it and no one's bothered to fix it. Come here! Alright, never mind. Wow, you had a good day, Gearhead. Not really, no, you don't even exist. Just not allowed to play. Where did I get this casket? What? I don't remember picking this up. I was really concerned for a second because I heard like a staticky sound effect and I was like, oh god, my mic is already going out. No, I think that's part of the sound effect. Just kind of a jerk move, if you ask me. No, you. I Bedlam. I am now on fire. Darn it! Go down there. I don't want to deal with you. You're not going down there. You're not dealing with me. Or you're dealing with me. I'm gone. Don't worry, Danny. That health pickup just mysteriously vanished. Don't question it. I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like that, I don't like that. Go away, go away. No, 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 no. Stop that. Rare ricochet kill. Ow. Yay! I just realized,
You're in violation of Midtown City Code 443.
Honestly, no one cares at this point, Warhawk. We've heard your line of dialogue 9 times. But I'm pretty sure I haven't actually died in this story mode, assuming I don't somehow monumentally fail this boss, which is kind of hard with cheat codes, you can probably imagine. Bullets. And screw the small helicopter as well.
The contest was over, so I went and saw Calypso. I asked him to make good on his promise.
Yeah, he's sitting on top of that car from
to
earlier.
all the pain, to take away my curse. He offered me a vial. He said inside it held the blood of the man who'd cursed me on the night of my execution. He told me if I drank it, my curse would be over. But he also said if I ever returned to my killing ways, the antidote would wear off, and the curse would come back to haunt me. I had to decide. It took me all of 10 seconds. Let's face it, boys and girls. A man has to have his priorities. I killed Calypso about as well as I ever killed anyone. Now that I'm free, I'm going to be the greatest of all time.
I mean, it wasn't the most satisfying ending, but I mean, it was satisfying in a kind of different sense. I would probably have to say. Alright, so next time it'll actually be, I only had to move the cursor this time because we're going back to Metacog. Yeah, we did this in kind of a backwards order, but there was a plot reason for that, and then I didn't know what other order to do it in, so I just kind of went in order from roadkill to the right. So yeah, then we only have 4 more left. We have Metacog here, then we have the Bedlam. We have Bedlam, Sparky, and we end off with So Fast. As for the Corsa, I have to find the game case. I misplaced it. I suppose it'd be better off asking this question in a place where it is relevant, but I don't feel like waiting 5 hours to answer said question, or to receive the answer to the question, anyway. Actually, no. I would end up waiting 5 hours to ask the question, and then another 2 or 3 probably to get the answer. But, one thing for sure with All Out, I kind of forgot a couple of things about it. Actually, a lot of things about it, as tends to happen when you haven't had a game in almost a decade. Or at least not to my knowledge, I have it anyway. I only have like 5 Game Boy games left that I can actually give the location of. I have the, there was a double disc, well, I mean, it rolls off the tongue better, but that's not it. Double cartridge of, World Race and Velocity X, which is what's in my DS next to me. And I still actually play World Race when I have, like, a 20 minutes to kill or so. I have, the Powerpuff Girls, Him and Seek, and Mojo Jojo Go-Go in a Ziploc bag with Ford Racing 3. And in this really old, I would go. I'm gonna put the mic down and grab that. That, anyway, I can't really take it with me very well. But yeah, so it's actually like a Leapster bag, and there are Leapster games in here. There's 3 of each. There's 3 Game Boy games and 3 Leapster games. However, of course, the Leapster is nowhere around here because it's not 2005 anymore. The 3 GBA games in here, though, are Midnight Club, some kind of Dora the Explorer game, and Corvette, the very, very original name. And then there's nothing in the case. I don't know why I thought there would be. But yeah, there have been other games I've had that have just vanished from my Game Boy collection. Namco Museum. There was Star Trek Challenge. I had that, and I don't know where the hell it went. I probably never will. I probably have to get another one if I want to play it again. And, one more. Oh yeah, well, Hot Wheels All Out. That wasn't an intentional get rid of, it was just, where the hell did it go? I don't know. Ford Racing 3 was actually also made by DSi Games, which is what published All Out. And yet Ford Racing 3 is 3D, not top-down. Or whatever I think you'd call All Out and Velocity X top-down. Anyway, but, so I kind of forgot a few things. The car selection wasn't as bad as I thought. I just remember there being a few sticking out cars that I didn't remember, or didn't know of. I probably didn't know when I was at the time either. I don't know if I did or did not have beat that when I got that game, but if I did, I would have known who, like, Mid-Drift and Formulator and what those cars were. So it's not Collator, it's See You Later. They can't have numbers on that screen, that's why they had Formulator spelled differently too, but it's CUL8R. And I totally forgot that MST Suzuka and Purple Passion were for some reason on the game. I don't know why. So with that said, MST Suzuka is literally only missing in one game, Burnin' Rubber. It made its way into every other game except for the GBA version of World Race. Ow! That's ridiculous. I mean, I guess it wasn't technically in Turbo Racing, which I also count as like a mainstream Hot Wheels game as well. Which is basically mainstream, just means if it was made for any kind of console, whether it be handheld or not. It just can't be something like... I don't count Stunt Track Driver, despite that being, there probably being a little more to that than even, like, you know, All Out had. Cord is messing around down there. And doesn't count things like Micro Racers or Crash Arena or anything else. It's Bash Arena, not Crash Arena. Yeah, of those games, it only missed Burnin' Rubber and the GBA version of World Race, and it didn't exist yet for Turbo Racing. Or Burnin' Rubber, I don't think, assuming that was 2001 like this game is, like just when the Black Arrow was from. Other things I forgot, I completely forgot that Pursuit and Collector Mode even existed. And I think the biggest thing, I don't even know if I forgot, I probably just didn't know that there were multiple versions of the tracks. Like the second Volcano course. But you've allegedly finished it, so... Was it as bad as I made it seem? Because, like, I probably wouldn't find it nearly as intolerable now. But I think it mostly just come down to the fact that I would call the cars by the character names like I do with any other Hot Wheels game that I play, and even some other games, like this one. Vern is not actually driving Spectre, but I can pretend, and that makes the game kind of funnier, because it gives the characters a second personality other than the one that they actually already have in this game. Which, in a lot of other games that I do this for, i.e. World Race, or, well, the cars themselves, oh god. Well, the cars themselves do not have personality in the Hot Wheels games, even though sometimes the characters do exist. Like World Race, Burt Wheeler has the personality, but you don't really hear anything from the characters in the games, you just see the cars. So therefore, it doesn't really have any personality, because it's a frickin' car, not anything else. But yeah, like, I remember it being kind of a pain in the butt to even play. I don't remember if, like, you know, the things don't make it worse as you age. You know, nostalgia only does so much, but I'm finding a lot of older games more fun nowadays than I did before. A good example of this is I never really, what was it? Actually, no, there aren't many examples of that. I just played every game that was put in front of me because I'm kind of like you. I have a I'm definitely one of those I would rather play a bad game than a boring game types. So I've played some really terrible like car combat games and stuff, like Crush Hour. Have you ever heard of that? But it was basically WWE Twisted Metal. And didn't help that I knew and still know basically nothing about wrestling, and definitely not wrestling from the mid to early thousands. But here we are. And there's some other ones, but I still find those games somewhat enjoyable. The problem comes from other games that are boring or uninspired. Like, the big example I can think of is actually the PS2 version of Corvette. Limited car selection, not very unique tracks, the music is boring. Obviously, being a game focused around just driving Corvettes, those things are kind of going to happen, but I got bored of the game in like 2 hours, and that was like 7-year-old me, who was super easily entertained by basically anything. Another game in the racing genre is Ford Mustang. Noticing a pattern here. I'd never even liked Ford that much to begin with, but this game was just uninspired. You did the Chicago race like 4 times in a row before you did anything else. Ooh, you had one race in Detroit, and then back to Chicago. Like, I'm not tired of this track already? What? Yes, I am. Get me out of here. Ooh, but now it's reversed. I don't care. I've driven the same car and the same track basically 4 damn times. Get me out of here. And Velocity X, once you beat the story mode anyway, of the VGBA version anyway, once you beat the story mode and do the battles, there's nothing to do. There is zero. There's like negative replay value. And the gameplay isn't interesting or wonky or even broken enough to continue playing after you've done those things. with the PS2 version of Velocity X, does the game look a little better? But there's little quirks in the game. There's actual skill involved, not just mashing buttons. Like, you can actually try and aim weapons and whatnot. And plus, of course, too, that version of Velocity X has a difficulty slider, and it goes to very hard for whatever reason. I don't know why. I guess maybe Hot Wheels knew of the Twisted Metal demographic, and those games were insatiably hard if you put them on anything above normal difficulty. I think this game only has 3, but like Head-On has 4. It has like easy, medium, hard, and like expert or something. And anything beyond normal is incomprehensible for a small-brained player like me. So yeah. And same with hard mode on this game. I would even try that, I would probably lose to the singular opponent with like infinite ammo, because I just wouldn't be able. So that's gonna about do it for my rant of Hot Wheels stuff. But yeah, so the main point I guess to get of is your opinions on All Out. Was I harsh on it? Was 8-year-old me lying to myself? Or do I just not remember 8-year-old me right? I remember it being kind of unplayable, and I think part of that was I didn't actually know there was a boost, for one. For two, the acceleration without it therefore seems slow. And, I didn't remember the car list, so I thought that all of the cars that were there, the ones that I remembered being like Phantasm, Symbolic, I remember Curbside ironically, and I remembered Overboard, and I remembered Firestorm and See You Later, but I didn't remember anything else that was on the game. Then, like I said, otherwise I remember the cars that I did know, like Bully Goat, or Formulator, or Midrift, or MSC Suzuka and Purple Passion, and etc, 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 etc. I mean, you said I control better than Velocity X, and I don't doubt that, but I imagine I probably will just find Velocity X better to me because it's combat-oriented, and I'm much more familiar with its car list.